And do any of these words make any sense to you? Carve, rollers, trannies, bumps, jumps, rails? If so, you're probably a snowboarder.
For the last 2 weeks, we've been going Olympic here on Daybreak. Amanda luged, Mark skied, Coco skated, and Emily hockeyed. But this time around, it was my turn to put my life on the line to head out to Pando Park and snowboard. Falling? No. Down a mountain is not everybody's idea of a good time.
Did it! Kind of.
But if your name is Johnny Cisco,
We'll hike up here, see if we can't get a little more speed.
you don't fall.
You see him up there, Mike?
Yep.
King of the mountain, man.
You fly.
Try this again.
And the thrill doesn't stop on the hill.
We dropped off of the roof over a chain link fence. Big process. We got these bungees and stuff we hooked up to like this fence down on the ground, and it takes like 6 people to pull it back. And
Oh, I would have loved to see that.
oh, it's so fun.
Rebels, kind of the reputation of this sport. A sport that got its start in Muskegon, no kidding. An engineer by the name of Sherman Poppin invented the snurfer for his daughters, and a whole lot of history later, it became this. They rock it out on the half-pipe or slope style, catching huge air, sticking landings, describing it all in a lingo that can be a bit confusing.
So I've heard carve, rails, bumps, jumps, rollers. What else?
Trannies, that's the most important. Transition.
Does it kind of seem like when you're talking to people that don't snowboard, like they're looking at you like you're from another planet?
Yeah, my wife gives that to me all the time. She's like, you're just rambling. They have no idea what you're talking about. I'm like, well, whatever. I'll figure it out.
But for beginners, figuring out how to make it down the hill without doing a face plant into a drift, well, that starts with a simple question. Are you regular
Show off.
or goofy? And that's a question you have to ask yourself.
We know
before you
you're a
ever snowboard.
show-off and goofy.
Well, he was showing off.
Oh.
I was teasing him because he came around and did this nice jump right in front of me as I was laying on the snow.
Face down.
Yeah. So anyway, tomorrow morning on Daybreak, we're going to answer that question. You
Okay.
can find out if you're regular or goofy because it is an important thing. It's one of the first questions they ask you if you want to snowboard. So tomorrow we're going to go back to Pando Park. I'll be breaking down just how much it'll cost you to snowboard, too, from renting to buying. Plus, did you know, and this is interesting as I was researching this story here, there's a company in Granville that makes snowboards. We're going to have them on here to talk to us live about the whole process. That's tomorrow morning right here on Daybreak.